Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you for joining me for practice today. For those of you who are new here, I am Emily, I am your yoga teacher, and before we get started I want to remind you to, if you like this class, hit like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get notified whenever I post something new here. And if you like my classes, if you like this one, and maybe you've taken some other classes with me, I want to encourage you to download the Yoga Lioness app. It's for iPhone and for Android. And in there are some free exclusive classes. And there is also my monthly membership. In that membership, you get a 20 to 30 minute yoga class every day. Once a week, you get a completely new class. And there are some meditations, some movement breakdowns, yoga nidras in there. And also you get access to the private Facebook group, which is a place where the participants cheer each other forward, they inspire each other, all helping each other out to create a consistent yoga practice and a healthy way of life. So if you like the sound of that, please hit the link here below and check it out. And now let's get started with today's class. Hey there and welcome to this full body wallbars workout with me. I'm Emily and this is a paid partnership with Fitwood of Scandinavia, and I have here next to me their amazing ARNI wallbars, which I am lucky enough to have in my living room. So let's get started straight away. I suggest that you have some sort of a mat in front of your wallbars because we will be kneeling down, working into our hips later on. And also be prepared to hang, so if you want to do any other warm-up, do that now. We will start it with some nice wrist circles. So roll out your wrists. You can make a fist and roll them out like a little half fist. And roll both directions. Stand steadily down through your feet, hip width apart with your feet. And then spread your fingers wide and make a fist. Wide and make a fist. And this is, try to make them as wide as possible, and then try to make a pretty tight fist, and then increase the intensity here, making them faster and faster, and this will fire up through your forearms. And shake it out. Grab your fingers from above and pull your fingertips down as you press your palm forward and stretch into your hand and into your forearm. Feels good after those little nice jazz hand workouts. And shake that out, do the other one. Nice, shake it out. And we're gonna straight away start with some shoulder shrugs, meaning that we're not gonna bend our elbows as we lift up, we're just gonna work it into the shoulders. So climb up, and I'm gonna grab from here. You can grab any way that works well. You can, if you want a different style and want to have your palms forward, do that. So find a way here, and then you start to drop down into your shoulders and then shrug it back up. So drop down. I love to point my toes just to activate through the entire body. Down and press up. I'm going to show from the other direction. See, make it very clear. Down and press up. Down, press up, like really pull up, I would say. So only shoulders working. Feeling that you're elevating your scapulas and then lowering back down. Elevating and then pulling back down. Let's do a few more. Keep your core slightly engaged. You can keep a slight bend in the elbow just to be a little bit kind to that joint. Let's do one last time here. And then come down, climb down your wall bars, stretch out your hands. It's always quite intense to be hanging, right? But also feels super good. Next up, we're gonna do some nice hip mobility drills. So stand in front of the wall bars, grab hold of a bar that is in a good height for you. And then from here, you're going to have your knees hip width apart. And you're going to lift one knee up and then bring the knee out to the side. And then you're going to tap your toes forward. And then you're going to bring it all the way back. So bring it up, circle around, tap forward, and bring down. Keep going. This will work your hip mobility in the greatest way. Also, you're going to work your glutes, which is they have some big, they are really important for your back health, because if your glutes are not working properly, you might end up with back pain. Let's keep going. Let's do 3 more on this side. 3, 2, and last one. And bring it back. And from here, you're gonna just sit for a little while. Maybe that engage the other side too. And then you're gonna stretch your, for me, this is the left foot back, the same one as we did just before. And as you do here, I want you to feel that you keep the core engagement, that you're not gonna arch down, you're gonna keep the core engagement and make this fire up your glute and your hamstring on the lifted leg. And then pull it forward, exhale back and forward. Back, bring it forward, and back. Let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, stabilize around the core. 2, 1, and lower down. Sit back towards your heels. Tuck your toes in so you get a little bit of a toe and plant your feet stretch here. And then we're going to do the other side. So come forward again. Get ready. Place your knees back to hip width apart if they fell into any other position. And then lift the right leg up. And then out to the side, circle out. Dip the toes and circle it back. And try to make this. It's easy to just go into the other side. But see if you can, as much as possible, prevent and really make this work into the hip, deep inside, around the hip socket and the hip joint of that active leg. Forward and back. There might be some cloinking around in the joint. As long as it is not painful, it's most likely not that much to worry about. Let's do 3 more. Forward and back. Last 2, 2, and back. Last 1, and back. Take a breather, rest, and then bring the same leg as you just used, bring it back, and just before you start to move, just feel that engagement, feel that you're hugging the core in, engaging the glutes and the hamstring, and forward, back, forward, back, and forward. The good thing about the wall bars is that it's so nice to have actually something to hold on to. It stabilizes you throughout the body in a completely different way compared to when you do this even by the floor or just by pressing towards something, just having that grip. It is actually not just, it feels good. Having this sort of grip sends signals to your brain that you are in a more stable and secure position. Wow, that turned out to be many. Sit back. Great work. We're going to go over to some upper body strength. So we're going to do some pull-ups. And if you have one of these where you can choose like any grip that you want, go ahead and each time you do this video, try another grip, whether you want to do this or this. So we have this one with the palms facing in, palms facing towards one another, and then palm facing away. So I have all the options on this one to use all of these grips, but I am going to use this one for today. It's one of my favorites. So the good thing here, using the wall bar will allow you to climb up like so. So if you find that it's super hard to lift your entire body weight for maybe even one time, go ahead and climb your feet up, and you have that slight assist from your feet as you're going to pull up. And here, have some slight activation around your shoulders. You don't need to drop them completely down, just like we did before. A slight activation. Take one inhale, and with the exhale, you're going to pull up and lower slowly down. Pull up and lower slowly. And you will see how you want to keep your feet, how much support you want them to give you. Pull up and lower down. I think that was 4 or maybe 3. I was planning to do about 8. So if you at any time need to rest, or if you want to do more, go ahead. And remember to go slowly down. That is building so much strength. Let's do last 3. 3, 2, and 1. And don't be fooled that you're not getting a good workout by placing your feet on the wall bars, because you do. Once again, shake out the hands, stretch them out a little bit. Great work. So now we work the upper body, and we did work the hips. We're going to work a little bit more into the hips, and this time also to the hamstrings, but in a stretchy way. So climb one foot up. You're going to find your own distance here. That is also a great thing with the wall bars. It gives you a lot of good support to place your foot instead of just putting it on the wall, and it also gives you all of these options for where to put it. And from here, I want you to think that your upper body is going like to the inside of the knee. So like so. And that will work you into the hip. Try to see if you can push your hip slightly forward. You can hold on to the wall bars and try to find a nice long spine so you're not here, but elevate your chest, elevate your gaze. And if you want to be still, be still. If you want to wiggle around, I love to wiggle around in my stretches, pulsate, sway, just working into any stickiness and any place where I feel a little bit of sensation. Press firmly down through your standing leg. And then release and bring your foot slightly more to center so you can grab hold on each side of the foot. Take an inhale, lift halfway, meaning that you lift your upper body like this to a straight position, and then try to fold over your leg. You can keep your leg slightly bent or straighten it out, activate through the foot. Still pressing down through the standing leg. The more you feel you can press down, the more space you can bring up into your hip, up into your hamstring. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Lift halfway again, meaning a long straight spine. Take an inhale and exhale to fold back down. And release, shake out that leg, slap it a bit on the back, and then bring the other leg up. Try to find the same position, so finding the same bar to place your foot on, finding your way to the inside of the knee, find a good stability down through your standing foot, lift the chest, the gaze, and sink in. Just same here. If you took some movements on the other side, go ahead and do that. And then bring your foot into center. Press down through the standing foot Once again, just see if you want to keep the front leg bent, or if you want to straighten it. Don't overly straighten the leg, overly extend the knee. That might cause you pain. So inhale, stand tall and straight, lift the chest, and exhale to bow over your front leg. And of course, if you want to challenge yourself, you can always go up and up, work into your splits. This is a really great way. You can jump in, go into like a little split practice by the wall bars. So good to have those walls to hold on to. This is pretty much not available with any other tool. But most likely you will be here, just chilling in your hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Release. And now we are going to work into almost a little handstand prep. My favorite handstand prep exercise, the L stand by the wall. So since we are going to put our feet onto one of these bars, you will measure your distance where you will place your hands by placing your feet to the bottom bar, and then sit all the way down, straight legs, and you place your hands somewhere around your hips, and then you turn around. So where your hands were, they are still, but you're just facing the other direction. From here, you're going to climb up. So you're going to climb up into a bar that feels good. Press down through your hands, through your arms. You can gaze in towards your feet. I find that is like the nicest. That is what I prefer to do. You can also gaze in down between your hands. Just find whatever works. If you want to practice, like your handstand practice, you can also see if you want to bring one foot towards the ceiling. Maybe try to release the foot that is holding the bar. Find a little bit of handstand practice here. Holding the handstand. And then bring it back. Or you just stay. The L stand is like hard enough to stay in. Let's stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down, sit down, and release. What do you think we have left? Core work, of course. Some hanging core work. That is a great way to target your upper abs, which is, like, I think this is the best way to target them, really. So, climb up your wall bars. Find a great way to hang. And again, like a way to hang that finds comfortable for you. Point your toes. Engage your core, take an inhale, and with the exhale, bring your knees up to the chest, in towards your armpit, round the back. Drop down, and bring them in. Inhale, exhale. In, exhale. Down, exhale. Down, exhale. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. You can do it. 1, and slowly release, and let go. Jump down. Shake out your hands. Great work. You're doing great. I know that's a tough one. Really gets into the forearms too. So one last exercise, which is a beautiful stretch for your chest and your shoulders. Amazing if you are spending a lot of time by the computer, driving the car, in that kind of hunched in position. So you're going to place your palms to one of the bars, stepping your feet slightly back, and then you're going to stick your butt out to the back. And this is where you need to adjust your stance. And you start to drop your chest in towards the bars. See if you can climb down, adjust your feet, adjust your chest. So first here, or if that is too much, go for a lower bar and find your feet like the same way, the same distance away, that it just creates like a 90-degree with your arms and upper body and your legs. And from here you just drop your chest down, opening the chest. So the first one goes slightly more into your upper back, and this one targets more chest and shoulders. So try, maybe you start with this one, and then eventually you want to go into a more arched back position. I go for this one. So the tightest part of your back is almost always your thoracic spine, which is the part of the spine where your ribs are attached to the spine. That is like your rib cage is making that part of the spine pretty immobile, but still these kinds of stretches are a great way to get some mobility in there. Take 2 long deep breaths here, wherever you are. And slowly release. Oh, that's so good. Shake it all out. Shake it out a bit, everything. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and the ARNI Wallbars from Fitwood of Scandinavia today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. It will, if you do this continuously, you're gonna get great benefits in both strength and flexibility. I see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.